Hello everyone. In today's video, I'll explain the topic solubility and solubility product. So firstly, let us learn about solubility. Solubility is defined as a maximum amount of solute that can be dissolved in solvent at equilibrium. So for example, I'm taking AgCl, silver chloride. I started adding AgCl. So in the beginning, this AgCl will dissociate into Ag plus and Cl minus. So after some time, AgCl stops dissolving. It gets precipitated at the bottom, AgCl. That means what? It is becoming a saturated solution. Saturated solution is a solution which contains a maximum amount of solute that is capable of being dissolved. Okay, so if I add maximum amount also, it will not dissolve. It will dissolve up to some level. That level is called saturation level. So at this saturation level, there exists an equilibrium between this Ag plus and Cl minus ions and undissociated AgCl molecules. So the equilibrium exists between AgCl, Ag plus and Cl minus ions. At this equilibrium, we are defining the solubility. Okay, so there are certain factors that affect the solubility. So firstly, let us see the temperature. So we know with temperature, the solubility increases. For example, imagine this as a sugar solution. We know at room temperature, if we keep on adding sugar, at certain point, this water will not dissolve the sugar. Okay, so if we supply temperature from down, what happens? Even though if you are adding more sugar, this solution, this solvent dissolves that sugar. Okay, that means what? By supplying the temperature, we are increasing the solubility of any solution. Otherwise, we can say that even saturated solutions also increases their solubility with the increase in the temperature. Let us see the second factor, that is common ion effect. The common ion effect means the suppression of solubility of weak electrolyte by addition of strong electrolyte which is having a common ion. So for example, you can see NH4OH weak electrolyte, it undergoes partial dissociation and produces NH4 plus and OH minus. NH4Cl is a strong electrolyte, it undergoes complete dissociation and produces NH4 plus and Cl minus. So with this, there is an increase in the common ion in the solution. So whenever the product's concentration, NH4 plus concentration increases, the equilibrium shifts towards backward. So according to Le-Charlier principle. So when reaction is taking place backward, NH4OH solubility decreases, dissociation decreases. So NH4OH is precipitated out normally. So here solubility is decreasing because of common ion effect. So next let us see third factor, that is pH of solution. We know when pH is 7, we'll say that solution as neutral. When pH is greater than 7, we'll say that as basic solution. When pH is less than 7, we'll say that as acidic solution. So we know we are determining the nature of solution basing on pH. So basic substances always dissolves in acids. Acids always dissolves in bases. For example, I am taking HCl, hydrochloric acid as an acid. This acid is reacting with NaOH, undergoes solubility and produces a new product, that is salt, along with water. So here HCl is dissolving in base called NaOH. NaOH base is dissolving in acid called HCl. The solubility of substance is also depends on the pH of the solution. We can say that solubility can be expressed in units called grams per liter or moles per liter. So number of grams of solute dissolved in 1 liter of solvent, a number of moles of solute dissolved in 1 liter of solvent. So now let us see the solubility product. Solubility product is nothing but the product of molar concentration of ions of a salt in a saturated solution, each raised to the power of its coefficients. For example, I am taking AgCl, a sparingly soluble salt. This AgCl, silver chloride, when you are dissolving in water, it dissociates into Ag plus and Cl minus. So if I apply the law of mass action, the product's concentration by reactant's concentration. So at equilibrium, we will get the equation product's concentration, Ag plus concentration, Cl minus concentration by AgCl concentration. Okay, so I wrote like this. That means what? If I bring this AgCl concentration to this side, I'll get this equation. So we know that AgCl is very sparingly soluble salt. So at saturation level, we have very less amount of AgCl in the solution. So we'll consider AgCl as a constant. So Kc into K constant, and we'll write Ag plus concentration and Cl minus concentration. So this will be considered as a solubility product. So this is considered a solubility product of particular AgCl. That is nothing but Ag plus concentration and Cl minus concentration. So the products of molar concentration of ions in saturated solution is called solubility product. Okay, so for example, if I take magnesium hydroxide, if I dissolve it in water, it gets dissociates into Mg plus 2 and 2OH minus. Okay, for this I'll write the solubility product Mg plus 2 concentration and OH minus power 2. That means here the coefficients of molar concentrations will become powers of the particular concentration. Okay, that is called solubility. The product of molar concentration of ions in a saturated solution is called solubility product. Let us see the relation between solubility and solubility product. So in order to understanding that, I am considering one equation. Let us consider one equation. BXAY salt getting dissociates into XBY plus YAX minus. So for this, how will write solubility product? KSP is equals to product's concentration, that means ions concentration in the saturated solution, By plus, so this X will become power X and Ax minus power Y. Okay, so for this By plus concentration, I am writing this X into solubility. Okay, so we know X into solubility means solubility expressed in moles per liter. Okay, so Ax minus, in case of Ax minus, I am writing Y into S mole per liter. So I'll substitute these values in this concentration. So KSP is equals to X into S power X. Okay, so in this place of this, I'm writing Y into S power Y. So if I write this, X power X, S power X, Y power Y, S power Y. So how will you write now? X power X into Y power I. So here S is common, S power X plus Y. That is the KSP, relation between solubility product and solubility. So this is the value. So now in order to understand this, we are calculating some problems. So let us do some problems regarding solubility and solubility products. In examination, they may give you solubility product and they may ask you solubility sometimes. Otherwise, they'll give you solubility and they'll ask you to calculate the solubility product. So first example, calculate the solubility product value of barium sulfate, which has a solubility of 3.9 into 10 to the power of minus 5 moles per liter at 25 degrees centigrade. So we are writing the solution for this. So barium sulfate salt can dissociates into Ba plus 2 and SO4 minus 2. Okay, so KSP can be written as Ba plus 2 concentration and SO4 minus 2 concentration. So for this, I am considering the solubility. We know for this concentration, we are writing solubility. Here powers are there, so we wrote X into S. Here no powers. Here no molar concentrations. Number is not there. So what we will write? In place of this, I will mention only solubility. Ba plus 2 solubility and SO4 minus 2, for that one solubility. So we can write this as S square. So we know solubility is already mentioned. 3.9 into 10 to the power of minus 5. So 3.9 into 10 to the power of minus 5 whole square. We'll get this as 1.52 into 10 to the power of minus 9. That is a solubility product. So they have given solubility and we have calculated the solubility product. See the few more problems. So I'm taking the second problem. What is the solubility of AgCl if KSP is 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 10? So AgCl is a sparingly soluble salt and it can dissociate into Ag plus and Cl minus. We know KSP can be written as Ag plus concentration and Cl minus concentration. So Ag plus concentration considered as solubility and Cl minus concentration also considered as solubility. So now KSP is equals to S into S. These values I substituted here. S into S becomes S square. This S square will become root of KSP. So S equal to root over KSP. So we know KSP value 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 10. I substituted here. I'll get the final value, that is 1.3 into 10 to the power of minus 5 moles per liter. Okay. So next, coming to third sum. So what is the solubility of copper sulfide if KSP is 1.27 into 10 to the power of minus 5? So copper sulfide can dissociate into Cu plus 2 and S minus 2. So KSP of this can be written as Cu plus 2 concentration and S minus 2 concentration. So I consider Cu plus 2 as 1S and S minus 2 as 1S. So if I substitute here, KSP is equal to S into S, it becomes S square. This S square again becomes root over S of KSP. So S is equal to root over KSP. Now I can substitute this value 1.27 into 10 to the power of minus 45. So how much I'll get? I'll get 3.56 to 10 to the power of minus 5 mole per liter. So coming to the next problem, what is the solubility of calcium hydroxide if KSP is 7.9 into 10 to the power of minus 6? So calcium hydroxide can dissociate into Ca plus 2 and 2OH minus. So if I write the solubility product for this Ca plus 2 concentration and OH minus concentration power square, okay, power 2. So now what we'll write? So this is solubility. If I consider, this is 1 into S because there is no coefficient, and here 2 into S because 2 is there. So in place of Ca plus 2 I am writing this 1 into S, OH minus place I am writing 2 into S whole square. So if I write this 1S into 2S into 2S. So if I separate this 1 into 2 into 2 and S into S into S. So it will become 4S cube. So 4S cube is equal to solubility product. So KSP value already given 7.9 into 10 to the power of minus 6. So S cube is equals to 7.9 into 10 to the power of minus 6 by 4. If I calculate this, I'll get S cube value 1.97 into 10 to the power of minus 6. So this cube will come this side and becomes 3 root 1.97 into 10 to the power of minus 6. So we are getting the solubility as 1.25 into 10 to the power of minus 2 moles per liter. So this is about solubility and solubility product and relation between solubility product and solubility. Basing on that, we have calculated some problems regarding that. Thank you so much for watching.